Hi guys, today we're going to be speaking about mentoring. Now, who is a mentor really? A mentor is someone whom you want to learn from, someone who has achieved where you are hoping to get to, someone who has gone through the process that you are hoping to get to. A mentor could be someone who is in your field of endeavor. Most times when people choose mentors, you choose a mentor in your line of work. Take, for example, you're a carpenter. Most likely you would want to be mentored by someone in your field. It doesn't make sense being a carpenter and then your mentor is a singer. It doesn't really make sense. There's nothing you have to learn that will aid your trade. That being said, there are a few pointers that I'll lead to, that I would want to speak about. One is the fact that mentors are not perfect. So when you come across your mentor, don't expect your mentor to be perfect. You know, speak right, talk right, act right. In fact, there are times when your mentors will give you issues. Issues like what? I remember on one occasion I was to see my mentor. I went for a meeting to see my mentor, and my mentor told me to wait. I got to his office about like 11:30, 12. And my mentor did not come out of his office till about like 4:35. Yes, you would say, oh, what kind of mentor is that? That's a tormentor, not a mentor. But the truth of the issue really is, first and foremost, remember that you're the one who needs stuff. I'm the one who went to him. He did not call me to say, you know what, I want to force mentoring on you. Nobody forces you, to be mentored. You are the one who has to submit yourself to mentoring. So I had to learn patience and long-suffering from the process. So I sat, and ironically, when he came out, he didn't say, the first thing he said wasn't, oh, I'm sorry for keeping you waiting. He's like, hey, Flo, how you doing? How's your weekend? Sorry, I had some stuff that I was doing. Yeah, so how far? He almost made my 4 hours look like 2 minutes. I felt upset, but I realized at the end of the day, I'm the one that needs stuff that he has. So that is one angle. Your mentors will not be perfect. So do not expect them to be perfect. They're human beings like you. They have flaws. Sometimes if you have the privilege of meeting your mentor one-on-one, you will realize that there are some traits that he has that you probably do not want to emulate, which takes me to point number 2. You are supposed to pick the best of your mentor, not the worst of your mentor. So your mentor may not be so good with anger management. Your mentor may have issues with time management. Well, he's successful, but he has some flaws. You are supposed to look at the mistakes that your mentors have made and not repeat them. You are supposed to be a better person, hopefully, than your mentor. So if your mentor has anger issues, take for example, the way he speaks to people when he's upset, you are not expected to take his trait verbatim and say, oh, that is how my mentor talks. When he's angry, he talks down at people. No, you are not supposed to take the horrible traits of your mentors. You are supposed to take their good traits, learn from their mistakes, and not repeat them. Another point of note, your mentor has a life, meaning he has other things he does besides the profession you see. He probably may have a family, or he may have other things that he does. So don't expect that your mentor will be calling you every day. You call you up on the phone, oh, how are you doing? Oh, you have headache, use paracetamol, use this drug. No, he has stuff that he's doing. Don't choke the life of your mentor. Don't expect that your mentor will be calling you every point in time. I mean, it makes sense for you to have room to exercise and carry out whatever it is that your mentor has taught you. So use your brain, use your mind. Whenever you receive information from your mentor, take time out to be able to experiment with those things. He has a life of his own. You are not the only, for all you know, you are probably not the only one he's mentoring. So imagine he's mentoring 50 people and he has to call the 50 people in a day. His life has finished. There's nothing to mentor anymore. There's nothing to look forward to, Another point that you should take into consideration is the fact that your mentor is a human being. He is not God. So do not worship your mentor. Don't turn your mentor into an idol, whereby everything they say must be done the way it is said. No. Your mentor is a human being. He has a number of days on this earth. So try as much as possible as you emulate them. Don't turn them into an idol that you worship. If anybody says anything about them, how dare you speak about my mentor? No, I'm not saying do not be passionate, but don't start to idolize them. And when you do understand what it means to have an idol. Once the person is an idol, you worship them. You don't question anything they say. If your mentor tells you, at the age of 16 or at the age of 25, I slaughter 3 women every year, to be successful. Don't be foolish. Because he said it doesn't necessarily mean, I'm not saying mentors do that, but you have to question some things that they tell you. Do your own research. And don't just take everything they tell you, hook, line, and sinker. Now, something else you also need to take into consideration is the fact that you will get access. Sometimes when you get access to your mentor, there's a tendency for you to want to abuse the access. So when you have access to your mentor, they give you, if you have a one-on-one proximity conversation with your mentor, try as much as possible not to abuse that access. Don't, because you have access to them. Take, for example, if your mentor is Oprah Winfrey, you go for her shows. I know you like the idea of Oprah Winfrey. You go for her shows and you have access to her. Do not abuse that access and say because you have access to her, you start asking her for frivolous favors. Oh, can you do this for me? Can you do this for me? Can you do this for me? No. Be cautious. When you have time with your mentor, ask them the right set of questions. Don't be busy asking frivolous questions. In fact, see to it that you listen. Let them speak more. You listen. Make sure you find out not just what makes them successful, because success is not a one-off. Success is a process. Ask them, how did they get to where it is that they have gotten to today? Ask pertinent questions. If you have 1 hour with your mentor, value that 1 hour. Don't play with it. Don't be cracking jokes unnecessarily. Get necessary information. And above all, when you have been mentored by someone, it will only make sense for you to mentor somebody else. Don't take all that information on and just, become a god to somebody else. No. Share the info, pick up somebody else, and mentor. That's it.